Today, Britain faces a genuine generational fault line. If the current trajectory continues, within 5 years, today's 1 in 8 young people who are NEETs will climb to 1 in 6. We are at risk of a lost generation.
In my opinion, for people 16, 17, 18, there's not much opportunities and it drives them to do bad things.
I think the biggest challenge now is boys expressing their feelings to their parents.
I think it's very important you have to trust who you're friends with.
Don't put yourself around the wrong people.
I don't feel like you can't just trust anyone, like you generally have to keep your eyes open.
People are not afraid to say what they want to say online because they feel like they're hidden.
As a gamer, I have witnessed racism, misogyny, homophobia. Be careful who you play with online because it can lead to like very bad things.
We are at risk of a lost generation.
Hi, my name's Adam. I'm 19, turning 20, and I live in Fairwater.
My name's Cian. I'm 17. I was born and raised in Barry.
I'm Linda. I'm 17 and I recently moved to Wales.
My name's Max Thomas. I'm from Ebervale and I'm 17.
Hi, my name is Ebony Kane and I live in Priory Hill in Ebervale.
My name is Tyler Copley. I'm 18 years old and I live in Riverside, Cardiff.
How much of an influence do you think social media has on young minds and young people?
I think it more isolates people from the outside world.
Entire personalities of certain young people can be built entirely just based on the trends and the other influences that they see on social media. I think what I see online definitely influences my career goals and where I'd like to live, things like that. You know, people do base their ambitions and their goals and their ideals off what they see on the internet, off of trends, off of things they've seen.
Being someone who's heavily affected by social media from time to time, it really has a really big impact on our lives, especially when you're doom scrolling and you're constantly putting yourself down just because you're seeing what others are going through in life and seeing how well they're doing. You tend to compare yourself with them, but you don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
I think it has a lot of influence, a lot. Like, for example, beauty standards. Everyone will go to social media for it. How to dress, how to speak. Everyone just follows a certain pattern with the social media and just goes along with it.
I do think social media can connect people more than it separates them, but it can also separate people, because if you're that person who's always bitter, always negative about certain things people do, then you're gonna draw people who are negative and always looking down on others. But if you're someone who's trying to find the best in people and always trying to uplift people, then you'll find people who are also trying to uplift and do positive things. Well, I think the best way social media could have been good for us is if it challenges the way we think and introduces us to new things. But it doesn't really do that. It just pumps the same thing to you over and over and over again.
Yeah.
With the way that engagement on those platforms works, with things like algorithms trying to promote engagement, you tend to get echo chambers and very tight groups of people focused around sort of beliefs and ideologies rather than communities.
I think that social media and like online friendships and stuff like that, I think that can be really dangerous because you'll never truly know who's like on the other side of the screen.
This is a misfit republic, living in a sick society, I don't trust it. This way of being unproductive, putting profits over people, I'ma pull the plug quick.
Have you ever experienced any sort of negativity online?
I've experienced it. I have messages to prove all of this, but I just ignore it because it's not worth it. As a gamer, I have witnessed racism, misogyny, homophobia of all kinds. I've heard the N-word being said multiple times. It doesn't affect me, but like I can see how it can affect many other gamers. I just ignore it and I just can get on with my game, to be honest.
A lot of us still run to like phones, our games, try and like hide away from like how we felt deep down. I mean, looking back now, I realize like maybe more of a coping mechanism than a problem. The fact that we're all always cooped up in our room, not even going out or like hanging out around with people who don't really give us what we're looking for, it's really isolating. You feel lonely at times. So I remember when I was in high school, I didn't really pay attention in class and I was gaming a lot, I was online a lot, and I wasn't really going out much. I didn't really have that like, sense of community or people I can trust and talk with. I had friends, but like not friends I could really trust with like delicate stuff.
There is an element of trust to some extent. I don't talk to random people online that I don't know. I only talk to people I know. If you get hacked, your address could also get leaked, your street, your real name, your age. It's scary to me, yeah, that's why I'm very careful online, because it happened to someone I knew. Be careful who you play with online, because it can lead to like very bad things.
So do you think negative online experiences then affect your willingness to open up in real life?
Yes.
I feel like it doesn't matter either way. I feel like just the generation I'm in, we have quite a fatalist view of the world.
Yeah.
We don't trust, we don't hope, because time and time again we are shown there's no reason to.
We are a starving generation.
There is one final destination.
Let your presence be a statement.
Cast away your desperation.
Who do you think young people feel they can truly trust, online or offline?
No one.
Literally no one. I say no one because like, even whether online or offline, we all have like a negative experience of someone. Sometimes extreme, sometimes not, which can lead us not to trust people.
Because me personally, where I've been through all that type of stuff, girl posting about me, obviously I was seeing it and I was like, oh, girls that are commenting, they go to the same school as me. I'm like, I was dreading to go all the time.
I do believe trust is important. I think if you want to keep a relationship, it has to be trust, whether it's like your friends or your family. You have to be able to trust them to maintain that healthy relationship.
I don't feel like you can't just trust anyone. Like, you generally have to keep your eyes open.
You also got a lot of young people who are looking for like people to trust in, people they can have fun with, you know, people that will validate them because they're insecure about certain things. So they might end up meeting people who may promise like false friendship or false love, and they might end up going places where they shouldn't be.
I was in a friend group for a while, and a couple of them are a couple of years older than me, so like they were near enough adults, like I'm 17 now, and I was being influenced to do the wrong things. And then when I try and do the right thing, it was like they make me feel bad for trying to better myself. I feel like when you want to try and be like, you know, this is not for me anymore, and you want to try and do your own thing, it's like they don't want to let you and they want to hold you back. And when I get lonely in there, it's like, it's part of me wants to go back out with them, even though I know it's not right for me.
Thinking back in my own life, starting from high school, with the people I was hanging around with, there were certain things they would do that I feel like it's not right, but I was still going to do it. And that could open like a series of certain things. Like a lot of kids get peer pressure to do like drinking, smoking. And if they don't have that self-control, that self-discipline, and always seeking the what others think, it can affect us. It can lead us really down a really dark path.
You have to be careful in who you trust, because if you don't know them too well or something happens, it's kind of hard to open up and talk to them.
But with me, I just tend to like surround myself with people that are good and like they aspire to like do something in life.
Well, I've been on both sides. I've been on the good and the bad, but only very recently the good. I started to go down the wrong path 13, 14. Stayed going down the wrong path because I wanted that like one of the big boys. I wanted to be one of the boys. But as I grew older, I'm 17 now, so 3-4 years later, it's only now taken me to realise that being bad and being all that hardness, there's nothing to it. You're either going to be in prison or you're going to be dead.
See, I'm a stutter on my words, but I'm a prodigy. Put out my energy to the masses, let my spirit speak. Let it move all of me, not just a bit of me. Lord, please have mercy on little me.
I think the barriers young people face today is that there's not enough workplaces.
The area just run down, it's just flooded with drugs, there's no hope for the youth, and the youth that want to get out of a bad life, you know, no one gives them second chances. It's just the same cycle all the time around here.
The weather's bad, there's rubbish everywhere, there's abandoned buildings, and it just pushes you off even wanting to, you know, get out and do something good, because it's like the place you live in is just bad. Even the children, they've got nothing to do, there's no parks or nothing. Even when there is, like, even the older adults, they'll go drinking in the parks and that, and they'll just ruin things for, like, younger kids. And even when you get older then, you want to try and rise up, you know, you want to settle down, you want to become more responsible. And there's just nothing up yet to offer, even, like, half an hour away, there's not many things around you.
I was sneaking out, I was day drinking, I was doing all sorts of drugs. I was just being an absolute idiot to everybody. But I think what made me realise, and I'm 17 now, but towards when I first turned 16, I kept realising, you know, looking over your shoulder, the debts, like people who's going to be after you, whatever. But yeah, only very recently I thought to turn myself around.
People will go through college, get all their GCSEs and then end up still working in McDonald's. We should have a bit more support on that, because some of us then got to travel 40, 50 miles out just to go to a job. Is it worth it?
To be honest, I don't think I want to be in this area much longer. I think when I'm older, I'd like to move somewhere more towards the city where I could find a better job. Because, yeah, even now, like, I got my teachers and ask me what I want to do, and it's like, I'm not sure what I want to do, especially not around this area. Like, the only thing they can really offer me is freaking something to do with children, elderly, or hairdressing, that's about it. So, and I'm not interested in any of them.
There's no jobs around here, there's nothing going for them, so that leads them to the road to crime and robbery and stuff to earn themselves a living around here. It's hard.
Like, before I was up there, before my time, Ebbsville was a very good place. But I feel like over the years, with the lack of shops, the lack of jobs, the lack of things to do, places to go, I think it is slowly crumbling.
When I was a kid, like 10, 11, Ebbsville was probably one of the best places you could have come to. They had youth services, the leisure centre, they had open activities, they had free swimming once every week. But as I've got older, I've casually seen not only the crime in the area has gone up, but there's lack of opportunities. And because of the lack of opportunities, instead of people doing good for themselves, they're choosing the bad choices, which gives Ebbsville a bad name. But it's just stuck in the cycle.
I was told not to cry in front of people, not to show my emotions. I was taught to show that I am a strong-minded person instead of like a weak-minded person.
I've noticed this in my friend group. Some of my friends are too scared to reach out for help.
A lot of men do struggle holding their emotions. I think that's something that needs to be more normalised.
I don't feel like I'm talking for myself here. I might be, but I really don't feel I am. Young men are afraid. We really are. Fear of rejection, fear of being alone, fear of not succeeding, fear that there is no hope, fear that you're just not good enough.
Male suicide rate is so much higher than the women's suicide rate. I think it's like 70% to about 30%. I think for male mental health specifically, there needs to be more trusted spaces. Like when they search up for a number, there should be one for male mental health specifically,
You think then parents, adults in general, guardians, do they understand mental health of young people?
No.
Not in the slightest.
Not in
because
the
it's the way they were raised. It's not their fault. It doesn't mean that they know less than we do or that they're any less intelligent.
And it depends on the person. Sometimes the parents will end up making it about themselves, which will then just make the child feel even worse than what they already are.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to disagree with both of you. I feel like a lot of parents out there, they do understand, they just don't know how to go about it.
From like my traveling community, we have a lot of different ways to non-travelers, but I think that my family and my loved ones support me, and I feel like I can go to them for anything and they'll listen.
Community is important. Having a community is like very important, and learning to be expressive as well within that community will not only help you to become a better person, but to also help you guide others who need that community.
I'd love to be able to voice for my community, because my community often doesn't get a voice, especially because of the background that its people are from. You know, Barry isn't a place that gets a stage or improvement.
I do think I've got the wrong role models. You see, like even now, like you see adults, you know what I mean, sat in the park drinking and that, like you get what I mean, like you actually got to wise up at some point and you've got to get employment and you've just got to, you know, be responsible.
If you think young people are feeling sort of misunderstood in society, do you think that it affects like who they might look up to? Like if it has an impact on role models within their lives?
Definitely, I feel like children have a tough choice to choose in role models. You don't tend to find kids that are obsessed with a sport or like gardening or a hobby. Like people do tend to be quite political and quite global in their concerns and their beliefs and their passions. And that's not inherently a bad thing. But when the people that you're dealing with, your betters, if you like, the people that you would be looking up to are politicians and generals and presidents, it does leave you quite sore and quite hard up for idols.
Yeah, I think there should be more positive role models, but the thing that's hard with that is if like you're not like, if your family members aren't supportive and stuff, it's going to be hard to find a role model you can look up to.
I believe ACT has created a positive community for us young people, because not only are we able to come and learn, but we also come to like talk to like new people, meet new people, you know. Maybe we might teach each other a little something we've learned. I think it's one of the greatest examples of the community. We need to see a lot more of that.
Not only my family have been a massive support and stuck by me, but the ACT has also been a massive help, because they had guesses what was going on, but they never threw me out. They offered as much as support, and at first I didn't take it, which I was the idiot for, but in the end I took it, and it's the best choice I've ever made. They offered me support with my drug help, with the mental health, just well-being and all sorts in general. But they also offer like support within opportunities that the town don't offer, such as job placements or work placements, anything like that.
ACT have helped me with like my qualifications. Before I went to ACT, I didn't really have any qualifications, and now I've got my English, my maths and different qualifications that I've been working on, and I've done the digital literacy and got my food hygiene, which I'm really happy about.
I want to have a steady income. I want to have good friends, good family around me. I want to have a family, I want to have a car, you know, I want to have all the nice things, and I want to leave all the bad choices behind.
Yeah, my plans for the future would include having lots of animals, moving abroad and becoming a biomedical engineer and having a lot of money.
If I had a message for young people, I'd say work together. You need to improve in your communities and yourselves, because no one else is going to do it for you.
Whatever it is you love to do, whether it's to take care of someone, to show love to someone, music, whether it's art, football, skateboarding, just go ahead and do it, because at the end of the day, we're all humans and we need to express ourselves, whether it's pain, joy. Otherwise, we're constantly going to have the burden on us.
Look for your dream, and if you find your dream, to try and proceed with it. Go along with it and see where it takes you.
Be yourself. Just don't be shy and don't be nervous. Just probably like have a big voice. Just don't be afraid to say something. Don't be afraid to express yourself.
People don't take the young people seriously these days. We tend to get undervalued and we tend to get ignored because we're young. What do they know? They're young. They've got no experience. They haven't lived long enough. But I think you'll find that a lot of young people today, we're quite bright, and we know a lot more than we should, but that's not always a bad thing. I think the country would be a lot better off, the world would be better off, if we listen to the young.
The most gangster thing you can ever do is change your life about. Obviously, every teenager will go through their ups and downs, but following the trend or following the people, it's not worth it, and the support you get early on in life, make sure you do take it, because you may not get a second chance.
I want it that way. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake.